Attention, ladies and gentlemen across the galaxy. This is your Grand Admiral Arnold, director of the video gaming division here at the Galactic Empire. And man, oh man, my favorite thing in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, I need all hands on deck today, is Reworks. Reworks are probably the most free-to-play, friendly, and most enjoyable thing in the game. So ladies and gentlemen, let's walk over to our conference room to show you what we're going to talk about today. That is right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be talking about the top 10 needed reworks in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes for the year of 2020. I'm currently working on my all characters ranked for 2020 video, and I'm looking at my chart and I'm like, we got to talk about all these big characters on this list today because, man, a lot of these characters, like our boy Windu, as well as Darth Vader, are severely underappreciated. Let's get over to the Command Gaming Station and get this video rolling. And real quick, for 10 seconds, I want to give a quick shout out to our sponsor today, Raid Shadow Legends, another hero RPG collector game I played on the site. They just want me to let you know, if you use the link down below, you'll get 50,000 free silver and a free epic champion as part of the new player program. Whoa, baby, let's not wait any longer to get this video rolling. I'm not going to waste any more of our time to talk about the character that needs NEEDS to get reworked in the year of 2020, and that baby girl is gonna be Mace freaking Windu. How the heck did this guy not get a rework? Luckily, ladies and gentlemen, it seems like we got little rumors, or we got speculation, or to be more specific, developers are strongly hinting that in the year of 2020, they're going to be coming back to the Clone Wars content because of the new Clone Wars TV show season coming out in February. And it seems like Mace Windu will get that justice this year. Mace Windu, for the history of Galaxy of Heroes, has never been good. Brief history lesson in Galaxy of Heroes. Mace Windu has gotten reworks in the past, but they did pretty much nothing. Capital Games could not really do a proper rework until I'd say probably the past 2 or 3 years in Galaxy of Heroes. But since that initial rework he got, he still has not been a usable character. Moving on in our list, let's talk about another character that I kind of want to get out the gate. These are the 2 characters on the thumbnail, so might as well knock them out right now. Darth Vader. Granted, a better character than Mace Windu, hands down, but not nearly as good as he should be in Galaxy of Heroes. This character I want to be scared of. He was kind of scary when Palpatine got a rework and Darth Vader got a rework, but the problem is this. The main power of Palpatine and Vader really derives from this Sith tag right here. And now that we've kind of moved away from mishmash teams where before you could put Palpatine, Traya, Vader, and other random Sith in there, now we're kind of moving towards a game where Sith Triumvirate stays a Sith Triumvirate, Sith Empire stays a Sith Empire, and the Empire and the Imperial Sith are kind of stuck with Imperial Sith, and there really isn't much to work with Imperial Sith besides Palpatine and Vader's kind of getting to the point where he's kind of useless without his master, Emperor Palpatine. There's some cute things you can do out there, but not nearly as good as he should be. And plus, the Empire tag is a very weak tag in the game right now. All they got to do is just add me, Gary. That's all they have to do. There are 2 characters, mainly from the Rebellion, or maybe 3, I'd say, that need to be looked at. Princess Leia is definitely one of them. She got a rework right before Commander Luke Skywalker was released, and she was a very annoying, very difficult character to deal with. The game has progressed way beyond at that point, where she is nowhere near as viable as before. She has some decent damage, so when you pair her up in the right type of lineup, but when I'm looking at the game as a whole and seeing the factions that need help, Princess Leia is a big area of opportunity for the Rebellion. Oh gosh, I can't believe I'm saying this. To come back on the rise. Her leader ability, not really good. I actually have not looked at her leader ability since 2017. This is where Galaxy of Heroes was at this point. Just simple things like this. 20% critical chance. Obviously, basic abilities do more than that nowadays. So this is a big area of opportunity where we can have more rebel teams to be formed, because right now, really all you have is Commander Luke Skywalker. And that's really the only decent rebel team you have here. Yes, there's other mishmash things in here, but really the rest of these rebel teams probably form C-grade teams. There's really not a B-grade Rebellion team anymore, unless it's a lesser Commander Luke Skywalker team. Since we're already here in the Rebellion tag, let's take a look at Lando Calrissian. This was a really fun character way back when. For those who are here back in, oh my goodness, what was it, 2016? I think 2016, yes. There was a meta where you'd have a very fast Stormtrooper Han. He'd quickly get a taunt, give lots of turn meter out, and it really came down to whoever had the fastest Stormtrooper Han would win, and this is when the dawn of mods came around. Fast Stormtrooper Hans was a thing, and it basically came down to getting a fast Stormtrooper Han to quickly have Lando Calrissian smash a bunch of AoEs, and if he gets enough critical hits, he can reset this attack and do even more damage, and if you had had the wedge lead. Every time you're landing critical hits, you would get tons and tons of Terminator and plus all that juicy offense right there. But of course, Short Trooper came and quickly shut it down. And ever since really the dawn of Short Trooper, haven't really seen too much of some Lando action in Galaxy. Yeah, he was kind of helpful in not Republic Offensive. Oh goodness, good luck with that. Hoth Territory Battles. That was really the last time in 2017 where we saw Lando kind of be a helpful character. Ever since then, he's kind of fallen off the face of the earth. I think his kit actually still is cool. I like the main concept of the kit, but maybe give him some things where maybe he can ignore critical hits or something like that. I don't know. It kind of gets into a slippery slope when you're ignoring things like that. But I think this is a character as well. They kind of wake up the Rebellion faction, plus of Lando being in Rise of Skywalker. It would be cool to see this Lando become better and kind of bring back that whole double down feeling that we had way back when. I quite liked it, even though people thought it was very overpowered at the time. And last, let's talk about one more Rebel on this list here since we're already here. Ahsoka Tano Fulcrum. Now, let me preface this. She is not a horrendous character. In my opinion, she kind of reminds me of what Darth Vader is feeling like lately. A bit old, a bit stale, a bit grayed out, I should say. Ha ha ha, pun intended. The main problem with Ahsoka Tano is that they really limited her viability just to rebels, which is fine. She is a rebel, of course, but it would have been nice to see them have some sort of Phoenix synergy within this kid that maybe would make the Phoenix a bit more viable as well. Overall, she's kind of a character, even on her initial release, she was just okay. Some cool teams she could form. She can kind of work with Battlejuice. Teams that were very buff heavy, she can do pretty well with her whirlwind capabilities right here. But I think just in general, this could be another character that the Rebellion could really use their help, because I'm hoping this year we're going to get some big original trilogy content, maybe an original trilogy raid of some sort, and obviously Rebel and Empire are the main components. And this is a character that I think should be a lot more appreciated than she currently is in Galaxy, because right now she's just kind of there, and I haven't seen many people use her in quite a long time, at least at this end game that we're at. So that's enough Rebel rousing for right now, ladies and gentlemen. Let's kind of jump around a little bit here. Coming back to the Clone Wars for a second here. I want to talk about Darth Sidious. Now, recently with the release of Sith Trooper, the First Order Sith Trooper, that is, there's some fun things that I still need to get fine-tuned. When Sith Trooper first came out, I kind of came across a way to kind of make Darth Sidious lead nuke because of all the stacking critical damage and whatnot that comes here. And by the way, this is just an Omega ability, which is pretty cool, thinking that this is not even a Zeta right here. There is kind of cute ways to make him somewhat usable Sith Trooper if you need to kind of make the most out of your roster. But in general, it is unfortunate that this guy neither has a Separatist nor Galactic Republic tag. At least at the minimum, it would be great to have a Separatist tag on this character right here, which would be very helpful for things like Count Dooku and Newt Gunray trying to get through things like Separatist Might Territory Battle, as well as just a Grand Arena. Having Newt Gunray, Dooku, and having maybe Sidious work in there somehow would be pretty cool. A character that, again, this was a meta character at one point at the very dawn of Galaxy. It was my first 7-star character, and man, he was one of the most fun characters to start up in the game. And just seeing how this is the mastermind behind pretty much everything from episode 1 to episode 9, this Darth Sidious and Emperor Palpatine as well are kind of not as big in this game anymore, and these kind of being the main villains of the Star Wars universe, I think they need to have a little bit more love in this game, both Darth Sidious and Emperor Palpatine. But we're not going to talk about too much about Emperor Palpatine today, because he still is a above average character. Let's move our way over to the Galactic Republic. Separatists are doing so well lately. There's really no other complaints I have about the Separatists except Darth Sidious and Asajj Ventress not really having any Separatist synergy beyond the tag. Those are really my only two complaints. The Galactic Republic, however, have a lot to be desired and a lot to be improved, a lot of which I think will get addressed with Ki-Adi-Mundi. But I'm thinking before people finally start unlocking his character, which probably will take at least another 2 to 3 months for even the most elite guilds in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, the main things I'm looking at right now are these Jedi right here. And a lot of these Jedi, assuming no reworks are going to be happening for Galactic Republic Jedi, things like Luminara, Jedi Counselor, Ayla Secura might become a bit more important, and Barriss Offee, mainly because of all the extra support and healer synergies going on with Ki-Adi-Mundi and his unique ability writer. So there's a lot that could happen there, but the characters beyond that, let's say Ki-Adi-Mundi comes, no Galactic Republic Jedi rework. There are a couple Jedi I am a bit worried about because they don't really have too much of a use potentially, and that's things like Kit Fisto. He's not a support character and he's not a healer character, so there won't be as much synergy with Ki-Adi-Mundi. And I'm looking at him, and this is a character that was kind of cool on paper way back when. He had a little bit of counter attacks and whatnot, but really never was that great of a character. And yes, he got easily bested by Darth Sidious in episode 3. Ignoring that for a second, I just want to get more of these Jedi to be working. A very free-to-play friendly Jedi that we have in this game right now, but really you can't do too much with it. I want this character to be good, to get a rework of some sort. So one, for people kind of entering the game, it's another easily accessible Jedi to chase things after Yoda. Great for people who aren't going to be buying the hyperdrive bundle pack, but right now there's no reason to get this character right now, and I want to have other Jedi work if Ki-Adi Mundi doesn't synergize as well with them. But really, as of now, he's got some really weird stuff. Potency up doesn't really make too much sense for a Jedi right now. Leader ability obviously severely outdated. I don't know, between Mace Windu Rework, which I'm hoping happens in 2020, better happen in 2020, let's say it like that, and then Ki-Adi Mundi's release soon. I think Jedi are gonna have a lot of fun this year, but I think we're gonna need some reworks to really make the full use out of this faction. And at the minimum, I would like Mace Windu, of course, to get a rework, but of course Kit Fish would be great to get a rework, and I would love other things. I'm not gonna talk too much about him. Plo Koon is definitely one of them. Ayla Secura. There's a lot of Galactic Republic Jedi that can use some work, but I'm thinking at the minimum Ki-Adi Mundi is gonna wake up a really dead part of this Jedi faction if they're not going to do reworks for all these guys. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I got 3 more things on our list here today. Let's stick to Galactic Republic actually for a second. Commander Cody, the 212th Attack Battalion. I think this is something we're bound to see this year. I already made a video with Cubs Fan on talking about what characters we're very likely to see this year, and I think we're going to get a lot of 212th Attack Battalion stuff, kind of like how the 501st is working with General Skywalker. I have a good feeling that General Kenobi may just get a 212th Attack Battalion tag, might get 212th Attack Battalion synergy, because right now he's got a leadership that says 212th Attack Battalion Commander, but as you can see, there's zero 212th stuff going on in here. It's just clone synergy in general. I would love to see this turn into a General Kenobi for the other section of the clones that we are kind of having underappreciated in the game right now. I think that'd be pretty ideal. And if we get 212th Attack Battalion stuff, Commander Cody reworks, and we get new characters for the 212th Attack Battalion, I really think that could be setting us up for a fallen Anakin journey of some sort. Something that developers have been very mildly teasing about some next iteration of Vader, that fallen Anakin is Darth Vader. Some weird stuff they were talking a lot about in 2019, but I don't think we have the necessary stuff to lead into a fallen journey of some sort. But I think Commander Cody would be a character needed for that event if it did happen, because he turns on Kenobi. 2 more things on this list, and we're swinging our way back to the Empire. Oh man, I mean, really, every single one of these characters needs to get reworked. I mean, these guys are okay. I think Emperor Palpatine should be a bit more important and a bit better than he is in Galaxy of Heroes right now. We've talked a lot about that, but really the rest of this faction seems kind of dead. And there's really, if I had to only pick 2 to kind of wrap up our top 10 list right here, the first one would be Grand Moff Tarkin. Grandma Tarkin, greatest cookies in the galaxy, ladies and gentlemen. It's a cool character. It's got some fun stuff going on. Alta Firepower can do some funny things, but really, once Palpatine and Vader start coming back into the Imperial fold and leave all the Sith, because all the Sith have their own parties to go to, and Palpatine and Vader are kind of a bit left out, characters like Grand Moff Tarkin aren't really offering too much anymore. He's still a decent character. I don't think this character needs a complete rework from head to toe, but maybe a touch-up of some sort, because really, he's got the 2 things going for him, which helps him keep Empire around a C faction, because if Palpatine and Vader have to come back, you usually can do Palpatine, Vader, Grand Moff Tarkin, and you got an okay Empire team, but they're not going to do anything too impressive for you. And lastly, the thing I want to see rework in 2020, and something I think might happen, is the Death Trooper. I've been a huge advocate to create some sort of like Imperial command tag and have Death Trooper work more than just beyond Krennic. He was not just Krennic's guard. He was guarding Palpatine, Vader, Thrawn. We see them guarding Moff Gideon in The Mandalorian. His synergy is just way too limited. I don't even know if he needs much of a rework beyond just working with more than just Director Krennic. If he can work with Palpatine, Vader, and Thrawn, that means he's going to trigger his unique ability so much more, increase cooldowns a lot more. Problem is, with Krennic falling to the wayside, not really being a good character, Krennic's about a D character in this game right now. But if they can make Death Trooper work of Vader, Palpatine, Thrawn, Tarkin, Krennic, and then maybe even General Veers, who knows, it would make Death Trooper a lot more viable. Of course, I can maybe make other situations where we maybe can rework this character in other matters, but the basic's nice. It's got a daze. It's got an AoE, which increases cooldowns. That's pretty good. See, this is pretty good, getting a death mark, although it would be nice if they made it an uncleansable death mark until it just expires from a turn just going by, kind of like how Darth Revan's death mark works. But there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That is going to wrap up our list for the characters we are likely to see get reworked, or just in general, reworks that need to happen in the year of 2020, ladies and gentlemen. A lot to look forward to. I really think this year is going to have a heavy emphasis on the Clone Wars, as well as the original trilogy content, two of the areas that need a little bit more love to make this game more fun and to spread the love evenly across the board. What other characters are you hoping get reworked this year? Let me know down below in the comments. Let Capital Games know. Let them know what the people want in Galaxy Heroes. Like if you did enjoy the video, comment down below on all your thoughts, and be sure to subscribe so you're not missing a thing. And I'll see all you lovely people in the next video. Peace out, everybody.